There is a view that the gods who united into pantheons to carry out their projects are, in fact, mages, either originating from more ancient races of the earth or beings who came here from distant space, far more developed than the human race. They are said to have created our race for such purposes. How does this align with the idea that our essence is part of a god's mind? Nothing prevents them from being parts of a god's mind, or gods themselves, manifesting through programs, some of which have become our consciousness or souls. Imagine a group of programmers, mages from ancient races of the earth, who have developed their consciousness to such a level that they can create a reality indistinguishable from the one in which they themselves exist. For this, they wrote a program. Within this program, they embedded the fundamental principles of existence, and within this system, humans emerge, conscious beings who perceive themselves as alive, possess free will, and evolve to the point where they, in turn, can create a reality indistinguishable from the one they inhabit, and then create others, and so on in an endless loop. A mirror within a mirror. The movie The 13th Floor portrayed this idea beautifully and in great detail. And as for the original source, no one has ever reached it. So who, after all, was the first, the one who created the very first mirror? This theory has every right to exist and is quite consistent in its own way. The only thing is, as we describe this theory, we're using the terminology that's available to us. Mages, programs, traditions, Atlantis, and so on. That is, the concepts we are familiar with. What we do not know, we simply do not use. It is quite possible that in the near future new data, research, or developments will emerge that will help expand our conceptual framework and enrich our vocabulary. And based on that framework, we will also expand our understanding of the world, our explanation of how and when everything originated. For now, we are working with an incomplete conceptual framework. It doesn't fully capture what is happening with the creation of worlds, with the human being, with realities, with the soul, with development, with the search for one's God, and so on. 100 years ago, even these terms didn't exist. Others were used instead, and 100 years before that, different ones again. And so it continues. In other words, we are now relying purely on our mental framework. The difference is that, unlike our predecessors, we understand that this framework is imperfect, and we are ready to adopt other terms if they prove to be more precise. So we should by no means limit ourselves to this particular description of being in the process of reality formation. It is only a draft, a rough sketch. We will continue to refine this picture. So far, it is only sketched in. And we understand that these are just sketches. Without stopping at what's been achieved, we keep moving forward. Nothing is finished yet. We are all still in the process. We need more building blocks, words, terms, definitions. And if we need them, it means we will find them.